Good morning, Enid. It is Thursday, September 27th. Thank you for joining us on this cool fall morning. Grab a cup of coffee and join us as the three of us. We've got a great show for you for the next 30 minutes. Grab that coffee as we have news, weather, sports, and we have a real live meteorologist with us today to help us out as well. This is Good Morning Enid. We're live streaming around the globe, so we want to say hello to all of our friends around the globe this morning and coming to you live here on Channel 12 and 112 in Enid, Oklahoma. This is Good Morning Enid, and it is time to rise and shine.
Good morning, Enid. Thanks again for joining us. As Steve said, it's a little bit chilly out there, about 44 degrees, but let's take a look at that bus stop forecast. Looks like it's mainly sunny skies today, a high of 76 and a low tonight of 56, so definitely fall today. I can feel it.
I think fall officially arrived, was it last Saturday or last Sunday?
Yep.
I think so, yeah.
And then we got some temperatures. Well, our very special guest we have from all the way from New Orleans via Mississippi to Enid, Oklahoma, is Britney Warwick. Britney, good morning. Thank you for joining us. And you are the, what is it, the Chief Communications Officer at Vance?
Yes, sir, I am.
Well, we'll play 20 questions with you in just a moment about what your role is all about. But Britney is our certified weather person. What was your title when you were on the air in Mississippi? Was it meteorologist? Is that...
Yes, I have a degree in meteorology from Mississippi State that I obtained in 2015.
Okay.
Started working in the business right after that.
Okay, well, very good. Therefore, you must be qualified to do the 3-day weather forecast and help us out today. So let's see what it's going to look like. I think it's going to be a fall weekend.
Oh, it's going to be a beautiful weekend. Those temperatures in the mid-80s. I mean, plenty of sunshine parking through those clouds, a good bit of cloud cover, but still lots of sunshine. And then as we head into those overnight hours, temperatures in the 60s. I mean, it's really starting to feel like fall out there.
Open the window.
Oh, it's going to be nice.
Yeah, very good. Well, thank you, Brittany. We're glad that you're here. Thank you for joining us on Good Morning Enid. And on this day in history, let's take a look how warm and how cold it was on September 27th, a few years ago. Back in 1911, it was a warm 99 degrees, as you can see, and then almost to the freezing mark back in 42, 37 degrees. So I heard today on the radio that Death Valley was going to be 109, so our very pleasant 76 degrees is going to be nice today. So, well, school's in session, and Erin's always looking for her next meal.
Yes,
so.
I am. Food is my favorite part of the show. We have chicken sandwiches today with seasoned wedges, ranch-style beans, pickle slices, bananas, and milk. And tomorrow we have Salisbury steak, scalloped potatoes, breaded green beans, hot rolls, tropical fruit, and milk. So I guess I would go to school both days.
Both? I think I'd rely on today. Salisbury steak, I'm not sure. We want to say special thanks to our friends at Dillard's for providing Erin's wardrobe. She's wearing official TV blue today, it looks like, but we appreciate all the input from our community here in Enid to help us with Good Morning Enid. It's 7:33, and again, as you're planning your day and getting the kids out to school, it's going to be a very pleasant 76 degrees. Well, in case you missed the news that happened overnight, we always turn to one guy at this time, and that's Derrick Silas, the bow tie guy, and he has the Oklahoma Minute.
A corn maze honoring former Oklahoma-born NASA astronaut Thomas P. Stafford is cut into a 10-acre field in Hydro, Oklahoma, and can be seen from space. It was created in partnership with the Stafford Air and Space Museum in Weatherford, Oklahoma. And Inspire Brands, Arby's parent company, agrees to purchase Oklahoma City's based Sonic Corporation for $2.3 billion. And our friends at Loaves and Fishes will have their 35th annual Fall Citywide Food Drive this Saturday. To participate, just leave your non-perishable and non-glass groceries on the porch by noon, and volunteers will pick it up between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. And also, in sports, the 2018 Ryder Cup, which is taking place at Le Golf National outside Paris, is scheduled for Friday through Sunday with the final trophy presentations at 12:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is the second time continental Europe has hosted the event, and 24 of the world's best golfers from the United States and Europe will be facing off. Oklahoma State is officially or currently 3-1 overall and 1-0 in Big 12. They will go up against Kansas at 11 a.m. on Saturday. It will air on Fox Sports Network. And Saturday also, University of Oklahoma will go up against Baylor University at 2:30 p.m. It will air on ABC. They are currently 4-0. Tulsa University has a bye week. Preseason games start next week for Oklahoma City Thunder. Wednesday kicks off the first preseason game against Detroit Pistons at 7 p.m. in Oklahoma City. And on this day in history, in 1779, John Adams is appointed to negotiate peace terms with the British. And that's the Oklahoma Minute.
Thank you, Derrick. It's 7:36 on this Thursday morning. Again, thank you for joining us. And if you have photos, fall festival of corn maze or anything that's going on in your life, you can send those. You can email those pictures to us to our Holstein cows right there at gme@enid.org. They're anxiously waiting at the mailbox for your photo, and we'll put that on. Any fall pictures, your pets or anything, send that to us and we'll get on the air. Well, again, thank you for joining us here on Good Morning Enid. Our special guest that's with us throughout the show is Britney Warwick. Britney, weather's a big deal in Oklahoma. We have 4 seasons. It gets hot, cold, and snow and tornadoes and things of this nature. Let's talk a little bit about your degree in weather, meteorology, if you will. What kind of training or what was the curriculum all about? Because I think folks were interested in weather, so we're thinking, what does it take to be this weather person?
It takes a lot of math and a lot of science.
Oh, that leaves me out.
I know, it was a rough road for me. But they also have a great program in Oklahoma. And so Mississippi State and Oklahoma kind of are like rivals when it comes to the meteorology world. I believe it's 1 in 3 meteorologists you see on television went to Mississippi State. So we are putting out a ton of meteorologists. But as you said, we get through all those different seasons. So right now, this is one of my favorites as we head into that secondary severe weather season where we start to see those frontal systems moving through, those chances for some severe weather. So I have stayed in touch with also a lot of all the people I graduated with, and they've all made trips out here to Oklahoma since I've lived here, coming to storm chase out here because of the weather being so severe here at sometimes. And it's just a great community to be in.
And I think folks, as we say, well, in Oklahoma, just wait in 10 minutes, the weather's going to change. So if it's too hot, it'll get too cold. It really changes around. Well, again, we appreciate you being with us. And we're going to talk with Britney more here in just the program. Learn a little bit more about her role at Vance. She's been here since, I think, April.
Yes, sir.
Your family's been here since April. And we'll talk about her community liaison role in just a moment. Well, I had the opportunity last night to go downtown and watch a guy get hung upside down in a straitjacket, and that all has to do with J. Owen House. So here's Erin with what's happening, and she may be talking about tonight's show.
Yes, thank you, Steve.
With what's happening.
Yeah, I am actually going to the J. Owen House show. That's tonight at the Central National Bank Center at 7:30 p.m. And he's doing all kinds of illusions, magic, and I heard he has Bengal tigers to share with us.
2 of them.
So.
I learned that they are sisters.
Oh, interesting.
He's had them. He did this. He goes, I've had them since they were 12 weeks old.
Oh my gosh.
And today they weigh 300 pounds each. But one is a yellow Bengal tiger and the other one is a white. But they are twin sisters.
Yeah, so if you're looking to see any Bengal tigers, definitely go check out the J. Owen House show tonight at 7:30 at the Central National Bank Center. And after that, we have the Living History Lantern Tours on Friday. It's $12. It's at the Cherokee Strip Regional Heritage Center. Starts at 7 p.m. with tours running every 15 minutes after until the last one starting at 8:45. They're about an hour and a half long, and you get to tour the 4 buildings over the Cherokee Strip Regional Heritage Center. You get to see a school board meeting, a church sermon, land office, and other little vignettes that the costumed interpreters will be performing. If you want music and for refreshments and a blast back in the past, definitely go check this one out at Cherokee Strip Regional Heritage Center. And then on Saturday morning, there is the Triangle Insurance Great Land Run, 5K, 10K, and half marathon. So if you're into running, this is an event for you. It starts at Saturday at 6:30 a.m. for the half marathon and 7 a.m. for the 5 and 10K. It starts at Independence Street between Elm and Maple, $40 for the 5K, $45 for the 10K, and $70 for the half marathon. So if you're looking to run a half marathon or just a 5K, definitely go to the Triangle Insurance Great Land Run. And finally, this Saturday is the Fling at the Springs at Government Springs Park. It starts at 3 p.m. It's a free event. There'll be food available and beer. You can bring lawn chairs, blankets, coolers. And what's happening at it is there's a lineup of different kinds of musicians and bands that will be playing all throughout the day, starting at 3. It's appropriate for all ages, and it's the full lineup is available online at Main Street Enid website. So if you're looking for a fun music event to go to, Saturday is definitely your day to go check out the Fling at the Springs, and that's what's happening.
Fling in the spring. Well, it's 7:40. If you step outside on the porch this morning or just outside, it's going to feel like fall because we're in the mid-40s this morning. So we have a little video that will transition into our very special guest here in a few moments. It's kind of fall colors, kind of a fall video for you. We'll be right back after this.
Thanks, Brittany, for joining us today. Clearly, TV is not new to you. You seem very professional and comfortable here. So can you tell us a little bit more about your broadcasting experiences?
Yes. So I started off in Jackson, Mississippi with a really cool program where I would pre-record them and they would go out all across the country. So it was really cool. So the first time I was forecasting for Billings, Montana. And I don't know if you're familiar with Billings, Montana, but it's cold there. And I had
Big sky country, right?
Yes, I had no concept of like negative temperatures and how, and you could see the fear in my face for these people of like negative 42 degrees. Like, can people survive in that? Like, is that a normal thing? And then I transitioned into WCBI, and you know, I had a couple of very funny run-ins there. You know, when you're working in the morning show, you get up at 2 in the morning, and a couple of days after doing that, you start to get that foggy brain. And one fine morning, those winds were starting to pick up, and I decided to say the winds are going to fart instead of start. You'd be amazed by how many people were watching that morning and recorded it and made sure I was aware of what I said. So it was a fun time.
Well, very good. And so you've just added to that, Brittany.
Oh, yes, a couple more now.
Thank you. It's 7:43, and our special guest, Britney Warwick. Brittany, I believe your title is Chief Communications Officer or something close to that. So tell us what your role at Vance is all about.
Okay, so my role at Vance is to really connect the base to the community and help people who are in the community, if you do not know about what's going on at Vance Air Force Base, to give you that option. So we welcome school tours, or if you're wanting us to have someone come out and speak and kind of just let you know what's going on at Vance and how important our mission is and what we're really contributing to the greater Air Force.
Because it's amazing, in the 5 short years that I've been here, I still run into individuals that all they know is just the jets in the air.
Right.
They really do not know what takes place out at Vance.
And you said you had a meteorologist degree from Mississippi. Do you get to use that at all in your job over at Vance?
You know, it's more on a personal level that I get to use it. You'd be amazed.
Let's check with Brittany on the weather.
Yes, on a daily basis almost, somebody will pop into our office and they're like, Brittany, I'm going to Iowa. What's the weather like in Iowa? And I'm like, I'm not sure Iowa is even on a map sometimes. just teasing. Obviously, know my geography, but it's for more personal use.
No offense, Iowa. No offense, Iowa. Honorary Commander Program, a couple of years. I had the privilege of going through that at Vance. Explain to us what the Vance Honorary Commander Program is and how does someone get selected or involved?
Okay, so the Honorary Commander Program is one of my favorite. It gives people in the community an opportunity to really get to see what's going on. So I'm sure in your experience, you're connected with a commander on base or a leadership on base, and you then were invited to graduations, drop nights, things that you would have to have normally have access to the base and get to see what it's like for those students that are going through pilot training and how big of a time this is in their life and how important it is. So really just giving people the opportunity to come to base and see how it works. It is almost like a little community over there, and if you want to get in and see what it's like, it's a great opportunity.
I really appreciated the opportunity, and in my role at the City of Enid, I have various relationships with the leadership at Vance, but I want to say a special hello to Lieutenant Colonel Eric Castro. I think he's up in North Dakota, maybe Nebraska. Anyway, he was my cohort, if you will, and I got to know Eric a lot better during that experience, and it was really, really good. So
fantastic. Yeah, so right now we are starting the selection process for the honorary commanders for the next coming year. So if you are interested, shoot us an email, and we will see if we can hook you up with the right position for that. Our information is on the screen. And that information on the screen as well, you can email us or contact us for school tours, or if you would like someone to come out and speak at an event you're having. That's a great way to reach out to us.
Great. So you mentioned getting tours on the base. How would someone go about doing that?
As I mentioned, you would email us and we would set it up, and we're open to school tours, and even if you are just in the community and really would like to see what's going on, we are welcome to set up a tour, walk you through, possibly set up like a simulator ride kind of thing, and really see what really is entailed in these students' lives as they're going through pilot training at Vance.
how difficult, Brittany, is it to get on base? Say my 5th grade class wants to take a tour of Vance. What steps does a school or a classroom have to go through to get on base?
Right. It's actually a fairly easy process that I would walk you through hand in hand. We'd get some basic information, and it's sent out to security forces. They'll do an easy background check, and then we will have you on a bus and board you on, and they'll make sure the right people are coming on. But it is not nearly as hard as you may think if that was something that was holding you up of, oh man, I don't want to go through a whole bunch of paperwork or anything like that. It's a fairly easy process that I would be happy to walk through you.
It's 7:47 on this Thursday morning, holding steady around 45 degrees, working our way to 76 degrees today. Britney Warwick is our special guest. In a couple hours, Brittany, we will get back together for a particular meeting. Can you explain a little bit more about your role as this community liaison? What else is involved?
Right, so nearly anything that involves the community off base and the base, I'll probably be at it. So we will be getting together for the Altus Trophy, and that is a program where it highlights the community being involved with the base. So it's an award that the city can win that is really showing how involved we really are together and that connection between the two.
Very good.
So does your job take you around to different schools and civic groups that you get to speak to? And
it doesn't take me personally. I would rather send, an actual airman who is in the Air Force. I'm obviously just a civilian over there, but I am happy to set that up and find the perfect person to go out and really show off what we got going on.
But you can make that happen if they reach out to you and say, we have somebody at Rotary or at a Kiwanis Club or whatever.
We are happy to have someone speak at those events.
And Brittany, again, let's see if we can get that information back on the screen. We want to remind folks how to reach out to you, Britney Warwick at Vance. And is that a good number?
Yes, sir. That looks super accurate.
580-213-5250 in the Public Affairs Office of Vance Air Force Base. And chances are you will get in contact with Brittany, and she can help you out with the tour, Honorary Commander Program. And again, on the Honorary Commander Program, there's someone, an individual at the base is kind of reaching out to someone in the community. Is that correct? Or can somebody in the community raise their hand and say, hey, I'm interested?
Certainly they can raise their hand and say they're interested. There are some qualifications that we try to follow, some guidelines. We really try to reach people that have zero involvement in the base. So that way we
That was me.
reaching a greater, surrounding area. So if you already have a good connection with the base or already have a lot of information on that, we do ask to kind of let that be open to people who don't have any clue of what we do over there.
Yeah. Well, it was a great experience, and I remember that big old German Shepherd dog running, chasing this guy down, and attacking him. That's all part of the curriculum, the Honorary Commander program. So if you want to volunteer to be chased by a big, bad dog, then that's the program for you. Okay. Well, it's 7:50, and we'll have more with Britney in just a few moments.
Yeah, so if you missed the morning news earlier, here is Derrick with the Oklahoma Minute.
Thanks, Erin. A corn maze honoring a former Oklahoma-born NASA astronaut can be seen from space in a 10-acre field. And Inspire Brands agrees to purchase Oklahoma City's Base Sonic Corporation for $2.3 billion. This Sunday, our friends at Loaves and Fishes will have their 35th annual fall citywide food drive. You can participate by leaving your non-perishable or non-glass groceries on your porch by noon, and someone will pick it up between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. The 2018 Ryder Cup, which is taking place in France, is scheduled for Friday through Sunday with the final trophy presentation at 12:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oklahoma State is currently 3-1 overall and 1-0 in the Big 12. They will go up against Kansas at 11 a.m. on Saturday. It will air on Fox Sports Network. Also Saturday, University of Oklahoma will go up against Baylor University at 2:30 p.m. It will air on ABC. Tulsa has a bye week. Preseason games for Oklahoma City Thunders begin next Wednesday with them going against Detroit Pistons at 7 p.m. And in 1779, on this day in history, John Adams is appointed to negotiate peace terms with the British. And that's the Oklahoma Minute.
Thank you, Derrick. It's 7:52. Brittany, if you get the opportunity, please go down to Chesapeake Arena and watch the Thunder play basketball.
Oh, I hear it's great.
Pretty exciting. They call it Loud City. It's kind of the fan base up there, Loud City. Speaking of Loud City, Friday Night Lights. Tomorrow night's another big night in Oklahoma, across the state for high school football. Enid will travel over to Tulsa to play Jinx, and you can see where the Alva Gold Bugs will take on Chisholm. And I don't see, is Perry up there? Yeah, Perry travels to Hennessy. That could be tough. My alma mater, Perry High School, travels to Hennessy. You have any interest in any of those games there, Erin? Probably not.
I don't think so.
You can just pick one. Oh, the Waukomas and Canton. Yes,
that
I'm
one.
really.
Covington Douglas is the one I'm looking at.
Yeah, very good. Good job, Erin. Anyway, that's Friday Night Lights. And Penn, if we can we do, Erin's anxious to do the bus stop forecast again. She was whispering, can we do the bus stop forecast?
I was so excited that it's 44 degrees out right now that I wanted to do it all over again.
Fall weather.
Yes, mainly sunny today, high later today of 76 degrees, and a low tonight of 56. So this is definitely my kind of weather.
Okay. And the 3-day forecast that Brittany did for us earlier, maybe we can bring that back one more time.
Oh yeah, and those temperatures in the afternoon sitting in the mid-80s. A good bit of sunshine coming through, making it nice and comfortable outdoors. And still over the next couple of nights, temperatures dropping in the 50s and 60s. It's really starting to feel like fall out there, and really a great time of the year.
It's golf course weather.
Perfect.
And as long as the wind, because in Oklahoma the wind comes sweeping down the plains, so hopefully fall's usually not too windy. So we have City Commission coming up, I believe, next Tuesday, which will be October. Ready or not, folks, October is here. So Tuesday, October 2nd, the City Council meeting gets underway at 6:30, and the study session at 5 p.m. Again, that will be broadcast live on Channel 12 and 112. We'll live stream the City Council meeting for you here on the Enid Television Network at enidtv.org. Coming up at 8 o'clock this morning, in about 6 minutes, Derrick had the opportunity to talk with Sean Mathis from Oakwood Bow. They have an event every Halloween called Trunk and Treat. And Derrick visits with Sean about what that event is all about. And that's coming up at 8 o'clock. And now your favorite segment.
Yes, my favorite segment. Charlotte has a adorable husky mix named Hopper to show us, so take it away, Charlotte.
Hi, good morning. Today we have Hopper. Hopper's in Penn 9. He's a 1-year-old male husky shepherd mix, and he's looking for a new home. He's very sweet and playful, and needs a family. And we'd like to remind everybody that Friday is World Rabies Day. It's to raise awareness about rabies, so be sure to get your animals their rabies vaccinations.
Hopper is one good-looking puppy dog, and Hopper looks like a dog that needs a big backyard or a bunch of kids to get him running. So it's 7:55. Thank you for joining us again here on Good Morning Enid. We enjoy each and every Thursday for the past 4 years. I think we're up. I think, Brittany, your guest number 189 or something close to that, 188.
lucky.
So yeah, that's a lucky number. So we're way up there. And I think around December, the end of December, we'll have show number 200. So again, Brittany, we appreciate you being with us. Your reputation, your accolades, everything about you has kind of preceded you. Tell us about your claim to fame at Vance. We hear a lot of things about you, Brittany.
I had a feeling you were going to ask me about this. So my claim to fame at Vance. This one fine afternoon where our whole office is kind of having a relaxed afternoon, and they're doing some base tours with the students on base at Eisenhower, and they're kind of walking them through security forces. I think it was Defenders Week, and kind of showing off that. And they needed a volunteer to get tased. Yes, you can imagine how this went. So needless to say, I happened to be that lucky volunteer that got tased in front of about 50 third graders. So not only did I get tased, I had about 50 third graders cheering them on and counting it down to watch me suffer. And so to this day, I still have the burn marks on my back. There's little scars where it just shocked me really hard. I hit the ground. They all cheered. But now as I drive through the gate, it's kind of funny because every security forces guy is like, "You ready to get tased today?" And I'm like, "No, I highly do not suggest that for anyone." So.
Yeah. So that twitch that you've been having all morning.
Yeah, it's explained through that.
Okay,
you know?
that's from the tasing. I wonder why you were so nervous and switching
Yeah, that's
around.
definitely it.
So, well, thank you for sharing that. So we'll remember her as Miss Tased or whatever. So, Brittany, thanks for joining us again. Let's, real quick, we can put on the screen if we can possible. If you need to reach out to Britney Warwick at Vance Air Force Base for a tour, honorary commander program, or anything to do with community liaison effort, you can reach Brittany at those numbers.
Yes, and if you go to that website, it'll have a contact us link, and that way it'll shoot us an email, and we will get back to you and figure out what we can do for you. Okay.
And again, the key component of the honorary commander program, we've got less than a minute. What is Vance looking for?
Someone who doesn't have any experience with the military, someone who wants to learn about Vance, who's going to be willing to come to the events and really support the boys or really men and women who are at Vance Air Force Base and learn a little bit more about it, and then spread that to other people and let them know what we got going on.
That's a great experience. Britney Warwick, thank you for being with us today. We hope you'll come back and join us and help us out with the weather and anything else. Okay?
Yes, sir.
And welcome to Enid. We're glad that
Thank
your
you.
family is here. So, and thank you for joining us today. Okay, Erin gets to close the show.
Okay. Well,
And thank you, Erin, for being here as well.
thank you. Thanks both of you for being here.
Of course.
And thank you, Enid, for joining us. It's a lovely, cool morning, so enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you.
Make it a great day, everyone. Thanks for joining us.